Just a few days ago, Nathaniel Drew released a video titled The Key to a More Interesting Life, and I remember I was just sitting with my friends at the moment, and I was irritated with how all these awesome YouTubers always take the ideas that I had and manage to make them into videos before I do. But I watched Nat's video and I realized that I had a slightly different concept for it. If you haven't seen his video yet, make sure to do so. I'll link it right here, I guess. I don't know, I'm doing it for the first time. But the main takeaway is that if you want to live a more interesting life, you have to be more curious. And I wholeheartedly agree. I've been doing this and practicing this for years without even realizing it. I am of a viewpoint that everything is fascinating if you think about it long enough. Because everything is super complex if you think about it long enough. That's why curiosity does make your life more interesting, but I believe it's mostly on a mental level. Because curiosity makes you think more. It makes you think more about different things and makes you notice them. However, this only happens in your mind. The interestingness happens in your thoughts. And sure, you might take a book and read it because you're curious, or take a different path because you're interested in what's there. However, I think there are more tangible ways to make your life more interesting. The first thing you can use to make your life more interesting is actually something that I believe causes us to be curious, and that's passion. What do you do when you come home from school? Do you just sit around and scroll social media and watch Netflix waiting for the day to end? Or is there something you spend all your free time on? Is there something you can be doing for hours without even realizing how much time had passed? Passion fills our free time with something that we enjoy. Passion makes our day-to-day routines more interesting. It creates opportunities for interesting things to happen. I am way more likely to remember recording this video than if I had stayed at home and watched another episode of the other show. Method number 2. Always choose adventure. Well, not always when it's safe and responsible. If it's not, maybe you should reconsider. However, let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was with my friends in Norway and we wanted to go up Preikestolen. You've definitely seen pictures of it in the internet. And the plan was to go up in the evening, overnight there, and wake up in the morning to the view of the beautiful sunrise over Preikestolen. And unfortunately, we arrived late in the night and it was raining. So we were facing a dilemma. Whether to go up, we were tired and it was raining, it was completely dark, or whether to stay and go up in the morning. And we voted and we decided to stay. And I was for staying. And now I completely regret it. Because I know that it, A, would have made for an awesome story, and B, I would never have forgotten the beautiful view of the sun rising over Preikestolen. Method number 3. Do things out of the ordinary. You definitely know the font Comic Sans, and there is a high possibility that you hate it. But the truth is, you don't hate it just because it's a bad font. It's not a bad font. You hate it because it was overused and misused over and over again. And it's the same with life. If we do the same thing over and over and over again, we get bored. And that is why doing things out of the ordinary can really make your life more interesting. Commit random acts of spontaneity. Call your old friend and go for a hike. Maybe set up a tent in someone's backyard. I don't know. Just do things that you wouldn't normally do. Go out on a bike ride in pouring rain. These things, even if you need to go out of your comfort zone, these are the things that you will remember. These are the things that will make your life more interesting. The fourth and last way to make your life more interesting is always ask yourself one question. Is this what I'll remember in the end? We were on a school trip once near the seaside and it was quite chilly already, but me and my friend, we decided we'll go swimming in the sea anyway. And my two other friends, they didn't bring their swimsuits, but they thought, well, yeah, let's go swimming with them. This is what we're going to remember. And they just went in the sea with us in trousers. They didn't have their shirts on, but they had their trousers. And this is something that we will all remember. Even though it was completely something that you wouldn't normally do. It was out of their comfort zone. They were completely wet in their trousers. The water was cold. But this is something that we all will remember. This is something that makes our life more interesting. And it also nicely ties up the few other things that I've talked about. So now you know how to make life more interesting, but why should you bother? Obviously, there's the benefit of just being a more interesting person, but many people overlook that living an interesting life can actually help us being more productive. Once your life is enthralling enough, you won't even want to watch films or TV series because your life is just more fun. And that's the main positive aspect of having an interesting life. Be curious, be passionate, always choose adventure and do things out of the ordinary. Don't stop asking yourself, is this what you remember in the end? And you're on your way to having an interesting life. Cheers!